Man Business TV. And listen, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. Big salute to all the subscribers. Big salute to all the day one investors. You already know how we giving it up. You already know where we at. Feel me? We at the big house. We are not on the road. We are no longer on the road. We'll be getting back to the money soon. We'll be getting back to the money in no time. But right now, we at the big house and we enjoying the holiday weekend. You feel what I'm saying? Big salute. You already know. Time and energy is the highest forms of currency, my G. Time and energy are the highest forms of currency. I know they got you out there chasing the bag. I know they got you out there getting to the money. You understand, don't nothing move but the money. But you got to understand something, that before the money comes time and energy. And I want to give a big salute to everybody. Everybody investing their time and their energy into this channel. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But we only going up. We only going up, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Constant elevation at all times. This is Big 757 Virginia. You understand me? When you talking to me, you already know it's VA. We can have the conversation, but just know this is Virginia talking. When Big Grown Man Business TV is talking, this is Virginia talking. And you already know how we giving it up. Back at the big house. Yeah, back at the big house. We'll get to the money in a little while. Back in the truck in a couple of days, but right now we back at the big house. You feel me? You already know how we doing. Lately, I've been going live from the, from the iPad, from the MacBook. I wanted to go take it old school, bring it back to the iPhone. You feel what I'm saying? Back to the iPhone and go live direct to consumer. Direct to consumer. Salute to everybody, man. We not in a rush. You already know how we do over here. You see the title. You see the title. And I got a lot of people in the DMs. I got a lot of people tapping in, saying Big G and BTV, the Oracle. And don't you forget the TV. And you better always remember the Oracle. What is your thoughts on what's going down with Push Ton? Hold on, let's step in the crib. Step in the house, man. It's hot out there. What's going on with Pusha T? What's going on with Push Ton? Why people in the damn tell me that? Oh. Salute, 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 salute. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about why. Hold on, guys. Why Pusha T hasn't responded to Jim Jones yet? You feel what I'm saying? It's not rocket science, baby. It's not rocket science, but it speaks volumes to the level of competition that Jim Jones brings to the game. The level of competition, the level of lyricism. Me, honestly, I believe that Pusha is gonna respond officially. But you got a lot of New Yorkers, a lot of the top MCs reaching out to Pusha T and begging him not to slaughter Jim Jones. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of you New Yorkers know this, but I've been outside and the word then got around that you got Busta Rhymes, you got Jada Kiss. You got a lot of the top New York rappers, a lot of the top New York MCs reaching out to Pusha T, asking Pusha T to spare Lil Jimmy from the Bronx. Spare Lil Jimmy from the Bronx. Please, Pusha T, don't end his career. He's 55 years old. He needs his income. And if you do him like you did old Drizzy Drake, there is no coming back for Little Jimmy from the Bronx. Because, Jimmy is from the Bronx, just like J-Lo from the Bronx. You understand what I'm saying? You remember J-Lo, you remember Jennifer Lopez. She had an album back in the day called Lil Jenny from the Bronx. Jim Jones is the same way. You're not from Harlem. So what a lot of you New Yorkers got to understand that's in my DMs. A lot of the New Yorkers that's in my DMs saying Big G and BTV the Oracle. And don't you forget the TV, and you better always remember the Oracle. Why hasn't Pusha T got at Jimmy? Now, notice, Jim Jones didn't waste no time responding. Oh, he went and did a whole little song, a whole freestyle, and everybody's looking for Pusha. But you got to ask Jadakiss. You got to ask Busta Rhymes, why are they reaching out? Why are they reaching out to a shooter like Pusha T and asking him to spare Jimmy Jones? That's what's going on. And I know y'all don't, but I'm here, like I said, this is Virginia talking to y'all. So I know it's not something that registered to y'all. Y'all just think that, hey, listen to Jadakiss said, I don't like the matchup. I don't like the matchup. I don't like these guys going back and forth. When did a Jadakiss not like a rap battle? Busta Rhymes, he went on stage, he got his Lifetime Achievement Award, and what did Busta Rhymes say? We don't need this back and forth in hip hop. We need to stop the blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. And on a higher note, you gotta understand something. Push it to the block habit. What you gotta understand is this. We the A side, baby. You know, like in a boxing match, when you got Floyd Mayweather and he boxing one of these little boxers, Floyd Mayweather say he says what he wants to do. And you always notice how the B side, they go into the ring first. The B side is gonna go into the ring first. And sometimes the A side, Floyd Mayweather might be a little late. He come into the ring when he want to come into the ring, because we the A side. Jim Jones is the B side. Pusha T is the A side. You understand what I'm saying? So we only taking it to the top. This is Virginia, baby. Yeah. This is the 757 at its finest. And then when it's time, we gonna smoke his little boots. Hey. We gonna smoke little Jimmy boots. I see you watch, Jimmy. I know you done, Jimmy. Nah, listen, I'm telling you. Cap, I see you watching on Twitter. Capo, I see you watching on Twitter. I know you seen a video on YouTube. I know you don't like the thumbnail. You know, with you with the glizzy to your mouth. I made sure that I put in the thumbnail Capo with the glizzy straight to his mouth. And I know you don't like that, Jimmy Jones, but it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. And when you talking about Virginia, Lil Capo, when you talking about Virginia, you going to learn to have some respect behind that. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Your boots will be smoked in no time. But for right now, we going to make you wait, Jimmy Jones. While we making you wait, you might want to explain to us why you from the Bronx, but you claim in Harlem. Oh, trust me. They talk about the numbers all the time. I always hear about the numbers, but I always let these dudes know. It don't matter about the numbers. And like you said, y'all, yeah, you still going to wait. It don't matter how long we take to drop this track for y'all, y'all going to wait on it. And don't worry, I already got word out. They done already reached out. I will be one of the first ones with the diss track when it comes out. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I was the first one with the AI diss track. That's why it did 75,000 in the first day. Once that did those numbers, trust me, I'm from VA. Like it or not, I'm representing this shit. This is what it is. Big 757. So they done already reached out to me and said, listen, GMB TV, when Pusha drops his track, it's coming to you directly. It's coming to you first, my G. And you know what I said? I didn't say one word. I sent them the salute like this. I sent them the salute emoji. That's what I did. Salute, you understand me? Yeah, we at the big house. Hey, Lil Zippy, man. Holla at me. At the motherfucking big house, boy. Yeah. Yeah, we at the big house, man. Feel me? Handling some business. Enjoying this good weekend, you know what I'm saying? About to get into some cooking. Yeah. We up. Listen. Hold on right there. Give me 2 seconds. You stay right there with that. I'm gonna address that too. Don't you worry. Feel me? Bruce said. Let me tell you something. Bro said it's 1-0. 1-0. We waiting on round 2. And y'all gonna wait for it. But just because Lil Jimmy responded, that don't make it 1-0. That don't make it 1-0. If you ask me, Lil Jimmy Jones couldn't even compete with the AI Pusha T. What make you think he could compete with the real life Pusha T? Jim Jones lost to the AI. He lost to AI Pusha. You understand? So yeah, it ain't no 1-0. It ain't no 1-0 right now. We waiting on Pusha to do what he do. Oh, and it's gonna be magnificent. Oh, it's gonna be a catastrophic event for Lil Jimmy Jones. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Salute to the chat. What it do, homie? You feel me? You know. Hope y'all enjoying this beautiful weekend. Hope y'all enjoying this beautiful holiday season. Yeah. Lil Zippy, we getting money. We off the road right now, Lil Zippy. Huh? Lil Zippy, we off the road right now. We at the big house, Lil Zippy. I take the little apartment and put it in my kitchen, Lil Zippy. You know, the couch, the mirror, the lamp. I put all that in my kitchen, Lil Zippy. Okay? And then I can give Pit Cat a proper diet and a proper feeding. Pit Cat is hungry, man. Every time he get to yelling and screaming, Pit Cat, he ain't had no buns. He ain't had no... Come on now. This is Virginia. Yeah, we having a good time today. I'm not going to stay long on this particular live. I just wanted to address the situation with Capo and listen, why is Jada Kiss reaching out? Why is Busta Rhymes reaching out? They know what's coming. They know the calm before the storm. That's what it's called, the calm. When everything calmed down, and then the storm hit. Everything calms down, and then the storm comes. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. Let's go a little deeper, man. Let's go a little deeper, right? I told y'all. It always been an underlying hate between the South and New York. It always been an underlying, it's this small thing. You understand? We always could coexist with each other, but it always been an underlying thing, especially amongst the gangsters, especially amongst the hitters from New York to the South, right? Especially Virginia. Especially Virginia. See, when Alpo came down to Virginia Beach, He ran across some real hustlers. He ran across some real money getters out there in Virginia Beach. But the females he was fucking on, they was from DC. We didn't let the New Yorkers come around our area and get to that. We didn't let that happen. And the DC boys, they was a little bit more reluctant. They was a little bit more lenient. So Alpo, he didn't stay in Virginia Beach. Alpo knew, even Alpo, before he turned to the rap, he was a gangster. And when he came to Virginia Beach, he ran across some real hustlers and some real gangsters. But the first thing Alpo did is he made his way to DC. He didn't stay in Virginia because he knew he was too far down south and he wouldn't have lasted too long. He wouldn't have lasted too long in Virginia. So he made his way up to DC. And that's the point that I was trying to make to y'all. It's never been a beef. It's never been a beef. But I'm the one from Virginia. I'm the one that's keeping it real with y'all about that underlying tension that it's always been. My OGs called them Yankees. And they used to do their thing with the Yankees, get rid of the Yankees. When Alpo went to DC, he was able to make some money. But that underlying tension didn't last long. He was able to make some money, and it didn't take no time before Alpo got his ass shot up out there in DC. See what I'm saying? This is the angles that nobody wants to approach from. This is the angle that nobody wants to see, a clear eye, bird's eye view. But I'm here to give it to y'all. So it's a lot of people in the DMs, especially my New York investors, my New York subscribers. They say, damn, Grown Man Business TV, you going hard on the New Yorkers. I ain't really going hard. I'm just telling y'all the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts, my G. It was always an underlying tension. And the further you go down south, the more aggressive it get. So, you know, when you had these dudes on Instagram and on YouTube talking about, the New Yorkers came to, y'all didn't come down to Virginia and get no money. Y'all didn't come down to Virginia and fuck no broads. Y'all came down to Virginia, y'all mingled a little bit, and y'all got the fuck out of there. You understand that, little zippy with the drippy? Y'all came to Virginia, y'all mingled just a little bit, and y'all got the fuck out of there. Y'all got out of there, homie. Now, a lot of y'all went to DC. Demencio, Alpo. It was a gang of y'all. You understand? Nah. Yeah. I agree with a part of that statement. Y'all went to DC and y'all started making a name for yourself in DC. When y'all came to Virginia, y'all wasn't able to stay long enough to make a name for yourself. Y'all wasn't able to stay long enough before we started running y'all up out of there. See what I'm saying? And this is what you got to understand as well. Anybody is good anywhere until the real hitters find out you there. Until the real shooters found out that you there. Then you not good. So New Yorkers tend to travel everywhere and they want to see if they can get a foothold on it. I respect that. You know, who wouldn't want to get away from them dirty, pissy hallways and them project buildings, the rat-infested subways, you know, the Chinese food, the cat, the 4 wings and rice? Who wouldn't want to get away from that? So I respect New Yorkers because they branch out. But y'all got to stop acting like everywhere y'all branch out, y'all stake a claim in. Everywhere y'all branch out, y'all put y'all flag in the soil. That ain't how it go, homie. Y'all came to Virginia and got the fuck out of Virginia just like that. When I was growing up, there was no New York hustlers in Virginia. When I was growing up, there was no blocks in the 757, no blocks in the 757 where you could go and see a bunch of New Yorkers. Yeah, oh yeah, I could give you some. I'm gonna name one legendary hustler from the Tidewater area. You probably won't know about him because, again, we didn't let New Yorkers in, homie. So let me give you that name. Jeezy. Big salute to Jeezy, man. I think he's doing a 40-year bid right now, 35-year bid. That was Pusha T's manager. Oh, yeah. Nah, hold on. Pusha T's manager. They was going out to Arizona filling up campers. You know, the travel campers. The city was on fire. This one, I was getting a lot of money in the city. When Jeezy and them boys was going and bringing all that work back, you know, the whole situation with the Clips and they manager, go do your research. Google the Clips in VA and their manager. They was bringing tons of work back to the city. Tons of work back to the city. Tons of work. Pounds and keys, all that good stuff. And I'm not out of pocket when I say pissy hallways, because we all know about New York, the project buildings, the pissy hallways and the pissy elevators. The Wu-Tang Clan used to talk about it all the time. The pissy hallways and the pissy elevators, my G. See, it's a New York, y'all don't like when I'm a real one, homie. I'm not the average. I call myself a country boy, but I'm not the average country boy, homie. I'm not one of them. I'm one of them ones. I'm from the country, but I'm one of them ones, homie. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say pissy hallways, you know what I'm talking about. The pissy elevators, you know what I'm talking about. The young boy name was Jeezy. Our city is legendary. The 757, the Tidewater area is legendary, and it ain't got nothing to do with New Yorkers. And let me take you to another level. Even in DC, it was a lot of New Yorkers in DC, but the biggest drug dealer out of DC is Rayful Edmonds. His name was Rayful. Yeah. New Yorkers, man, I give y'all, props, and I give y'all credit for creating hip hop. But for real, I want to say, even with the hip hop thing, if you let Hassan Campbell tell it, Africa Bambaataa and the Zulu Nation was a bunch of fruitcakes. So really, hip hop was created by a bunch of Rainbow Coalition, a bunch of LBG 123 dudes out of New York City. That's a whole, come on, man. Virginia, bruh, it's a reason why y'all was trying to come down to Virginia so bad. It's so much money in the South. Yeah, I heard what and let me tell you this. Why you think Cameron said that? Go check the video I did with the Pusha T response. Cameron already told us that Jim Jones ain't from Harlem. Cameron already told us that Jim Jones is a crybaby. He cries about everything. He can't help it. He always crying. That's what Cameron said. So yeah, he reached out to Pusha too. You got all these dudes reaching out to Pusha T because they know what's about to happen. I take pride in this. Ain't nobody from the 757 talking like this. That's why I'm talking like this. It ain't a New Yorker around that came to our city and came to our area and set up shop like that. Ain't one of them. They was running. We ran them off. They went to D.C. They knew they went to D.C., homie. They didn't stay in Virginia. Them niggas was coming to Virginia to go to Virginia Beach. You know, King's Dominion. Alpo told y'all. He came to Virginia Beach. He went to a couple of parties with Patti LaBelle and the all-white festivals that we've been having for years. That attracts a lot of people, not just New Yorkers. But after he met the real hustlers and he saw that he wasn't going to be able to do his thing in Virginia without getting his boots smoked, he ran up to D.C. Yeah, he ran up to D.C. He ran up to D.C. So if I sit back and I don't say nothing, dudes like Lil Zippy with the drippy will paint the narrative like you New Yorkers was just flooding the area getting money. That's a lie. Somebody tell Lil Zippy to name somebody he know that was getting money in Tidewater. Not D.C. I'm talking about Tidewater, the 7 cities, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Hampton, Bad News, Suffolk, Fire Beach. You can't name one. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Pusha did Drake so dirty. Pusha did Drake so dirty that now you got Jadakiss, you got Busta Rhymes, you got Cameron, you got J.R. Ryder, you got all these rappers trying to stop him from doing Jim Jones the same way. They didn't mind when he did it to Drake. They didn't mind when he smoked Drake boots. But now that we looking at a New Yorker and we about to, we got a big plate, New York sushi. Yeah. Now all the guys is, the top spitters, they all reaching out. They reaching out. They scared. And I ain't gonna lie. I respect Pusha for pumping the brakes a little bit. There is a thing called blackballing. There is a such thing as the higher ups and elites. And you think that you're gonna expose one of our biggest puppets? Jim Jones is a puppet for the higher ups and the elites. Jim Jones is a 50-year-old gang member who still pushes gang ideology to the youngsters. Oh, and the youngsters, they believe Jimmy. So you think you just gonna step on that one? Nah, Pusha. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes, man. We got a 55-year-old gang member. We can't have you exposing him because I'm gonna tell you something. Lil Jimmy is a rat. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta say it. They done figured out how to get around paperwork. Lil Jimmy has been working with the government for years now. Y'all didn't know that? Little Jimmy Jones has been working with the government for years now. Why you think that Jim Jones, one of the leaders of the blood gang in New York City, has not been indicted like everybody else? Just talking about gang stuff in New York will get you indicted. Just claiming a gang will get you indicted. But somehow, some way, little Jimmy Jones still has all his red on, still wears his flag, and he hasn't been approached. 6ix9ine said, why you haven't heard Jim Jones diss 6ix9ine one time? You haven't heard Jim Jones address 6ix9ine one time. And that's because they're both working for the same people. So you think Pusha T, I know how bad my homie want to do it. I know how bad my homie want to expose. Yeah. But you got to play chess, baby. This ain't checkers. And when you playing and you moving within the matrix, you got to play within the matrix. Exactly. Oh, he caught a gun charge. down south. I think it was Virginia or like South Carolina. Jim Jones got caught on a wiretap telling somebody to shoot 6ix9ine and his security. And Jim Jones ain't been arrested. He ain't had, come on, man. Jim Jones is a rat. You heard it here. Again, these New Yorkers, they hate the truth. It's big 757, boy. It's big 757, Lil Zippy. This is Virginia, nigga. I stand on that. I stand on this I stand on that. That's a whole nother. New York been rat infested for a long time. That's a whole nother conversation. New Yorkers like to pick and choose the rats that they'll deal with. You heard them little Brooklyn boys say, this the only rat that we jacking. All the New Yorkers is like that. They'll jack a rat. Rat Stone, Asanova. Yeah, these dudes is rats. These dudes, bruh, Jimmy is a rat. Jimmy is one of the smartest rats in New York City. He figured out a way to get in bed with the FBI, to get in bed with the government, and still be able to push that gang ideology to the youngsters. Still be able to go out there and throw up gang signs, even though the feds is indicting anybody and everybody that they consider a gang leader. So don't just look at Pusha T and wonder why. You got to know that this is chess. This is not checkers. So he's going to respond, but, we're going to figure out how to do it the right way. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Somebody asked Jim Jones how he got out of that wiretap. Nah, man. New Yorkers love me. New Yorkers love me, boy. This is big grown man business TV. I was just in New York a couple of weeks ago. Had my face on the... Bruh, come on, man. I've been doing this. But salute to you. Malik, salute, my G. New York, nigga. What? Kings County. Oh, see, I'm not your average country boy. When I figured out that the guns that I was getting in Virginia was going for triple the price in New York, I was burning a turnpike up, homie. I was burning a turnpike up. Caught my first case in Brooklyn, Kings County. Went straight to the Tombs and then went right to Rikers Island. I'm one of the ones that really seen this. I'm one of the ones that really was in tune. I was on Rikers Island for a month. Made bail. Came home with my sneakers and my shoestrings, homie. In about 8 or 9 phone numbers from real niggas on Rikers Island that knew that I had those ratchets. That knew that I was locked in. So I could never be banned, ever. The real is the real, homie. The truth is the truth. Somebody need to ask Jim Jones how he got out of those gun charges. How did he get around those wiretaps that we heard him on? We all heard it. Pusha didn't do that. Malice didn't do that. Why you think Malice turned to God? Why you think Malice changed his whole life and turned to God? Because when Jeezy got caught with tons of weed and tons of coke and pills and everything, I mean, whole campus full of this shit, they barely made it out. They barely got away. Pusha ain't get on no wiretap. Pusha ain't talk to nobody. Malice ain't get on no wiretap. Malice ain't talk to nobody. They got away by the skin of their teeth. Yeah. Big VA. Big Virginia, boy. So Lil Jimmy Jones, Lil Jimmy from the block. Jimmy is from the block like J-Lo. Jimmy is from the Bronx like J-Lo is. What? What? Nigga talking about name a big time hustler. Nigga, I'm talking recent. I ain't even got to go back in the day out Paul Smith and Out of Baba and all of that. I'm talking Jeezy. The last 10 years. Nigga, the city was on crack. Nigga, it was a club in downtown Norfolk called Entourage. It was a club in downtown Norfolk named Entourage that Jeezy owned. And it was on fire. Oh, it was on fire. Salute to Richmond. It was on fire. When I say Jeezy had the whole 757 on fire, everybody was getting money. You could get money with your eyes closed. It was so much work in the city. Like this. Like this. With your eyes closed. You was getting money. We ain't never had no New Yorkers come. Even when I was a young nigga, I ain't never went somewhere in my city and they was like, yo, this is where the New York niggas be at. They run this shit. They ain't never, that ain't, won't never. In DC, it was like that. You had Demizio running whole projects. You had Outpost supplying whole neighborhoods. It was never like that in Virginia, homie. Not never. Now, we would get some of the smoke from New York, you know, the chocolate tie. I remember all of that shit, but it was never no New Yorkers running nothing. Bruh, yeah, you know what we talking about then. Salute. It's paper. Why you think New Yorkers always was coming? If it was so much money in New York, why were they trying to make their way to Virginia? I'm gonna let think about that. If it's so much money in New York, why was y'all trying to leave and come to Virginia? Because it's a whole different ball game down here. Oh, it's a whole different ball game. That money, I mean, it's so many little pockets where you can get rich. $1 million, man. What? $1 million traps everywhere. Everywhere. It was never a trap that I've known of, heard of, seen. Never. And I was moving through them. They know me in the 757. They know me in Norfolk, Tidewater, Big K, Ave. They all know me. They know me. Yeah. That's why I talk like this. It ain't a nigga in the 757 that's gonna say anything otherwise when it come to E. You know, Lil E with the waves. I'm Grown Man Business TV on this app, but I'm Lil E with the waves. That's what, oh, you talking about Lil E with the waves? Went to Granby High School? Lil E, oh yeah, he TTG. He trained to go. It was never. Yeah, sit with that for 2 seconds. Yeah. Talking to these niggas, man. Talking to these niggas, man. I just wanted to talk to you. Listen. I just wanted to talk to you for a couple minutes, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all for a couple minutes, man. Hold on. Yeah. I just wanted to talk to you for a couple of minutes, man. You gonna put some respect. You gonna put some respect on this. You don't have no choice. You're gonna put some respect on this. Yeah, you're gonna put some respect on this thing, man. For sure. For sure. Pusha, you know, when it comes to this rap battle thing, Pusha gonna respond. But let's not act like Jimmy Jones ain't got, let's not act like we ain't pent the tail on the rap when it come to Jimmy Jones. Salute to all my little homies that's chopping these videos up. Sending me the shorts. Make sure you chop that up. Lil Jimmy is from the Bronx like J-Lo, and he been working with the government for a long time now. Got Lil Zippy with the drippy talking about New York nigga. Y'all niggas ain't never. It ain't never been a New York nigga that came to Virginia and put in work like that. Maybe in D.C. Lil Zippy with the motherfucking drippy. Yeah. 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 And they don't like when a... Oh, shit. Hold on now. They don't like when a Virginia nigga like me get to talking that talk, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like the first one. I like the first one. I thought that was a good warm-up joint to warm up the smoke. Jimmy, come on, man. Let me ask you this. Who wrote that? Who wrote that song for Jim Jones? Who wrote that freestyle for Jimmy Jones? Was it Max B? Did Max B write that for Jimmy? Was it J.R. Ryder? Was it Cameron? Was it Joel? Who wrote that for Jim Jones? Can you tell me that? Who wrote that? Who wrote that rap for Jimmy Jones? Because we all know Jim didn't write that shit. Yeah. Was it J.R. Ryder? Was it Max B? Did Max B send a verse from jail and say, use this, Lil Jimmy, protect yourself with this rap? Because we know, if you listen to that freestyle that Jimmy did to Pusha T, it was too clean. It was too clean. I knew for a fact, soon as I heard it, he ain't even write that shit. If Jimmy would have wrote that freestyle, he would have started crying at the end. Some tears would have started coming down. If Jim Jones would have wrote that passionate freestyle towards Pusha T, we all know, even Cameron knows, that he would have cried at the end. Hey, ain't no telling. I know Max B don't like him right now. I know they don't rock with each other. But I heard something in there. I knew it wasn't Jimmy. I knew it wasn't Jim Jones, man. So if you ask me, I gotta give the AI Pusha T 1-0. Yeah. 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 Y'all already in the crib, man. Rock out with your boy. You feel me? Salute. Salute to everybody in the chat. You already know how we giving it up. Happy 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? Happy 4th of July weekend, man. You know, we at the big house, man. We at the big house right now. I'ma talk that talk, nigga. I'ma talk that Virginia talk, nigga. We live like this. Ain't no project tenement buildings in Virginia, homie. We got property around these parts. We got land in Virginia. We would never let one of you New York niggas come down here and get to no paper, homie. Come on, man. Come on, man. One of the best lyricists in the game, top 50. Jim Jones automatically turned to a hater when Pusha T made top 50. And it ain't a New Yorker out there that would say that Pusha T is not top 50. It ain't a New Yorker out there unless you a hater. Come on, man. So when I talk about this, a lot of my New York subscribers, they get in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? They get in their feelings. But New York, come on, man. Come on, man. It's just unheard of. Y'all ain't never really heard a real 757 representative talking that talk and standing on it. Don't none of these little bloggers really want smoke with Grown Man Business TV. I'm not a comedian, homie. I don't do stand-up comedy. I'ma let Lil Zippy with the Drippy do the stand-up comedy. You feel me? I'm standing on business. Malik, fake went crazy. Think about what you saying. See, you meant to say that. And you exactly right. He fake went crazy. It wasn't nothing real about it, homie. It wasn't nothing real about it. Let me address that too. Let me address that to you. I ain't got nothing against New Yorkers. I love New York. Salute to all of my dogs out there in East New York, Brooklyn, Pennsylvania Avenue, Linden Projects, my dogs all the way down to New Lots, the 3 train. I love NYC, but I'm one of the ones that's gonna make NYC look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you make New Yorkers look in the mirror, they feel like you hating on them. They feel like you got something against them. Nah, I ain't got nothing against. I'm just speaking facts. Now, when it's the other way around and New Yorkers want to talk about how they do this and they do that and they want to talk down on the country guys and they want to say that X, Y, and Z, there's never a problem. Nobody's ever asked the New Yorker, what you got against Virginia? What you got against the South? Bruh, ask Jay-Z if Pusha T is top 50. Ask Jay-Z if Pusha T is top 50. Y'all greatest rapper, numero uno, Jay-Z, Jehovah, God MC. Ask him where he ranks Pusha T. Listen, I bet money that Jay-Z ranks Pusha T in his top 20. Jay-Z has Pusha T in his top 20 to top 25. But you, a guy from New York who has probably never rapped in his life, tell me how relevant Pusha is X, Y, and Z. Drake, yeah. Or we could do that. Or we could do that. Look. And it ain't just for you, Malik. It's gonna be for Lil Zippy with the Drippy too. I'ma go live, East New York, in the heart of Brooklyn, and I'ma go live. And if niggas wanna pull up, cause I'm a big dog in NYC, just like I'm a big dog in Virginia, boy. So we could talk, or we could talk, but my dog's only gonna let you talk. You feel me? So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for sure. You from Brooklyn, so you know I know. Linden Projects, Pennsylvania Avenue, all the way up to New Lots where the 3 train ends at. You already know. I know your terrain, my G. I know your terrain. Now, let me see if you can name some real streets and some real hoods in my city. I guarantee you can't. I'm telling you, I post up in New Lots. I post up in Linden Projects. I post up on Pennsylvania Avenue, the pink houses. I got dogs in the pink houses. homie. Yeah, I got dog. So now you tell me, Malik, some hoods that you good in Virginia. You tell me some $1 million traps that you know about and that you done been to and that you be at in Virginia. See, most New Yorkers can't do that. Y'all was never good in Virginia. Y'all never was good in my hood. It ain't nothing against New York. I'm just talking my talk the same way you New Yorkers talk your talk. Huh? That's why Lil Zippy, that's why he feels when I talk. Lil Zippy know what it is when I talk this talk. The only thing Lil Zippy could do is turn into a stand-up comedian and make a lot of jokes and shit. But you better know this. One thing for sure, two things for certain. I ain't never seen Lil Zippy smile in the camera. I ain't never seen him show those jibs. Lil Zippy. All those years you spent in jail, you didn't use the dentist one time. I've been paying hard-earned tax money for you jail inmates to go use the medical and to go use the dental. And Lil Zippy with the drippy, you mean to tell me in all those 18 years in jail, you ain't went to the dentist one time? Shame on you, boy. Shame on you. So yeah, Malik, salute, man. It's respectfully, baby. It's respectfully. But this is Virginia talking. And when I'm in New York, I never sold dope. I never sold crack. I never sold any of that. In New York, they know me as the gunman. Ask about me, man. Salute to my homie Aloe. Salute to my homie Nova. Salute to my homie Cash Money. Yeah, look, P-Town. I'm known as the gunman in New York. They know what I do. They know what I do. So yeah, P-Town, you naming a whole city. Give me some names inside of P-Town. Give me some street names. You said, I could just say Brooklyn. See, that's what I mean. Listen, I'm from VA. If I said I got dudes in Brooklyn, then New York dudes would be like, well, where at in Brooklyn? You just said a whole city. Where at? I got to give y'all names of projects. I got to name streets. I got to name subway stations to let you know that it's real. But a New Yorker like Malik, he'll just say, I got an uncle out in Portsmouth. What does that mean? It's a lot of, what part of Portsmouth? What's the street name that you know about in Portsmouth? That's another reason why I go so hard on New Yorkers. Because New Yorkers that just say some like real vague statement and we just expect it to follow it. Oh, that don't mean nothing. Portsmouth is a whole city. Name one thorough street in Portsmouth. You know about the pink houses, though. You know about Linden Projects, I'm sure. You know where New Lots is. You know where the 3 train ends at. I'm all up and through there. All up and through there, homie. So it ain't nothing against New Yorkers. I'm just one of them ones. I was just in the city. Hey, salute to all my dogs out there in the 757. The all-white party was crazy. Pusha T was outside for the all-white party. Everybody was outside. And salute to all my dogs, everybody in Virginia that recognized grown man business. I'm Lil E with the waves. But it was a lot of people running down on me like, yo, G and BTV, salute my G. Salute, man. We love how you standing up. We love how you standing on business when it comes to Virginia. My nigga, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, boy. Salute to everybody that ran down on me in the city. Talking about grown man business this and grown man business that. My dog from Portsmouth. What part of Portsmouth? What part? Listen, the whole place in VA ring bells. The whole 757 ring bells. Pusha T listen, Drake wasn't at something in the water, but guess who was at something in the water for the second time? Jay-Z. Jay-Z. Jay-Z know about Virginia, so how you feel like we don't ring bells when your top dog come down and get it popping? Yeah, DJ Joe Pro. Joe Pro, baby. Yeah, it's real nice in VA, man. We live in a certain way out here, man. We live in a certain way out here. He said, by Nelson Street. I can believe it, man. I believe it. I believe him, Lee. I believe it. Anytime a New Yorker get to talking crazy about Virginia, I gotta ask you, do Jay-Z feel the same way? Your top dog, your top rapper, your top representative, Jay-Z respects Virginia. Even when Jay-Z was hustling, he came down to Virginia to get some money, but he was such a big-time hustler. He was such a big-time hustler that he would take the work and he would just supply the area. He never touched foot on the soil. I respect Ho for that. I respect Jay-Z for that. Yeah, Lil Zippy with the Lil Zippy with the drippy. Lil Zippy. Talking about numbers. What I need with numbers, Zippy? Zippy. What I need with numbers, B? You think I do this YouTube thing for numbers? Nah, man. We up already. Yeah, they go everywhere because it's so filthy in New York City. Hey, let me tell you something. If it was 2 million rats in Virginia, we would go everywhere else too. If it was rat infested in Virginia, we'd probably want to leave Virginia too and go everywhere else. But the thing about New Yorkers, y'all act like y'all go everywhere else. Yeah, it's rat infested. Hey, listen, 3 out of 4 people have rats and roaches in New York City. That's a fact. So y'all got 2 million rats running around and wonder why y'all go everywhere else. See? See what I'm saying? A New Yorker will try to insinuate and create the narrative that they just go everywhere else because they built like that. Nah. It's so filthy and dirty in New York City that y'all will try anywhere else. It's a lot of New Yorkers in Atlanta. It's a lot of New Yorkers in Texas. It's a lot of New Yorkers everywhere. Even in Florida. You hear the Florida people talking about that all the time. Man, those people from New York. Yeah. But just because y'all come don't mean y'all getting it popping. Just because y'all come don't mean y'all doing it like that. Y'all trying to get in, hey man, do you think we can live out here in peace? We ain't got no trees in New York City. You think we can come down here and enjoy the vegetation? You think that it's so many rats in New York City. You think we can come down here and live in peace? That's what a lot of you New Yorkers is doing. Y'all not just going around setting up shop everywhere. Y'all going around, y'all coming around, y'all saying, please, do you think that we can live amongst you guys? Yes. We're from New York City. We're from New York City. Do you think that we could just live in this little house, right? We won't bother nobody. Please. If we could just come down here and live amongst the natives. We can just live amongst the natives, please. We don't want to live with the rats. We sick and tired of living with the rats. Please. So stop acting like y'all just packing y'all bags and coming down to these new areas and y'all just setting up shop. Y'all niggas is begging to come down here. Y'all begging to come down here. Yeah, you don't like when I say it like that. You don't like when I give it to y'all like that. But again, this is Big 757, nigga. Y'all gonna get got that. Please let us come. Please. Please let us come down and live amongst the natives because there's so many rats in New York City. I've been living in a tenement building with piss-infested elevators and piss-infested hallways and piss-infested staircases my whole life. Tell me you ain't been living in a piss-infested hallway your whole life, homie. Happy 4th of July. Hey, happy 4th of July, baby. Happy 4th. Nah, man. He didn't run it up. He didn't run it up. He didn't run it up down there. It's a lot of money in the South, boss. It's a lot of money down there. We don't have piss-infested hallways. We don't have piss-infested... Nah. We exterminate the rats, homie. We terminate the rats. We don't live with the rats. It's no way we'd have 2 million rats living amongst us, homie. That's a New York thing. Yeah. That's the NYC thing. Living amongst the rats and roaches. Pissing in the elevators and shit. We don't live like that down here, boy. So it ain't a New Yorker that came down and ran nothing up. I said that. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, he ain't. Nah, no, he didn't. Nah. You came at a perfect time, Punky. That's your name. I had to reread it to make sure I went respectfully. Respectfully, Punky, because that's what your name is. Punky, you put Punky as your name and you decided to do that. You typed in Punky. So I wanted to make sure I was reading it right. Punky. You came at a perfect time, Punky. Punky, you came at a perfect time, Punky, you did. Right now, I'm giving a speech and I'm giving a lecture to New Yorkers on how they never came to Virginia and set up nothing. Punky, listen to me, Punky. I've been telling the New Yorkers, they ain't never came down and set up nothing. And the reason why they leave New York so much, little Punky, let me tell you something. You know, Punky, listen to me. It's so many rats and roaches. It's so many rats and roaches in New York City that they have to leave. Listen, Punky, listen to me, little Punky. It's so many piss-infested hallways in New York City. It's so many piss-infested elevators. Oh, the staircases smell like piss. You came at a perfect time, Punky. You came at a perfect time. Yeah, and I salute that. When I was a youngster, my uncle owned a club in Norfolk. It was called D. Frazier's. All the hustlers came through. It was always lit, live. You know, my uncle was from New York. He came down. He opened up a club in VA. In LOX, you know, Styles P. He was frequent at the club. Jada Kiss, Chic Luch, they came to my uncle's club all the time. So you got to understand this, right? When I say New Yorkers, certain New Yorkers don't even have to speak. They already know what I mean when I say New Yorkers. They already know that. I'm not talking about all New Yorkers. I'm talking about the handful of them that act like they was doing so much and handling so much business and making such a grand stand down there. Now, the other New Yorkers like Sheik Luch and Jada Kiss, they know what we do. They respect what Virginia brings to the table. And that's why Jada Kiss reached out to Pusha T and said, listen, man, I don't like the matchup between you and Jim Jones. I don't want you, please leave Lil Jimmy from the Bronx alone, man. That's what Jada Kiss said to Pusha T. Google it. Google it. Yeah. Salute, Lil Punky. Hey, listen, Lil Punky. You know, before you leave, Lil Punky, you know, I would suggest that you change your name. That you change your name on YouTube, Lil Punky. Lil Punky, I don't think that you should run around with the name Punky. Lil Punky. I think you need to change your name, Lil Punky. There you go. I really appreciate that, Lil Punky. Take your time. Think of a better name because your name is Punky. Your name is Punky, man. See, this is the thing about it, SDE. You can't take nothing from VA. It ain't about trying to. And I'm here to stand on that business. You can't take nothing from us. You got to actually show respect to Virginia. When it comes to the hustling. When it comes to the hustling. When it comes to the industry. When it comes to hip hop as a whole, we have contributed so much that before hip hop was a big thing, a lot of y'all hustlers knew about Virginia. When hip hop became a big thing, we contribute a lot to Virginia. A lot of Jay-Z biggest songs is produced by producers from Virginia. So even saying that you ain't trying to take nothing, you saying that we ain't trying to take nothing from Virginia. And what I'm saying is you can't take nothing from Virginia. You can't. You can't take nothing from Virginia. It's what it is. If it wasn't for Virginia, Jay-Z wouldn't have the career he has. Because, again, a lot of the greatest Jay-Z hits was produced in Virginia. Peace out, Punky, man. I'll see you next time, man. Just let me know, you know, when you change your name, let me know that you changed it. That's what a lot of New Yorkers don't like. See, when you say stuff like we ain't trying, and I tell you, it don't matter if you trying or not, you can't. They don't like when you stand on business like that. They want you to bow down to New York. They want you to say, oh, thank you, New York. Thank you, New York. Thank you, New York, for not. Nah, we don't bow down to you niggas. You niggas always knew about us, homie. Y'all always respected us, but somewhere in the midst of the smoke and mirrors, y'all started trying to act like we wasn't who we was. Yeah, Biggie first album, he talking about VA. Biggie first album, he talking about Virginia. Jay-Z, they all know about it. What happens is the smoke and mirrors get real thick. And then once the smoke and mirrors clear, the Messiah appears. The Messiah appears. The Savior of this thing will appear. And that's what you're looking at. When it come to my city, when it come to my area, when it come to that 757, you looking at the Savior. Yeah, it's a lot of rappers, but you got to understand this content creating lane, it's the new wave. It's the new move. Who talking like what, who standing on what, and who doing that, and you looking at one of the saviors, one of the legends. I'm a legend in the making, homie. I'm a legend in the making. Yeah. Walk around NYC and ask about grown man business, and they gonna tell you, talk about the dude on, yeah, that dude. We don't take nothing from New York. We don't want to take nothing. See, the thing is, this is the thing. New York always got their respect. Back when I was young, everybody showed New York respect because there was no social media. There was no way to expose the filthiness of New York. So when I was growing up, they used to promote New York and say, the big city of dreams, big buildings and bright lights, New York City. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. So nobody ever tried to take nothing from New York, but New Yorkers always tried to take something from us. New Yorkers would come down to Virginia. I always tell this story. When I was a kid, the New Yorkers would always come down with the newest Jordans. It would always be Jordans that we never seen before. We never seen these colorways of Jordans. They would always come down and they would say, yeah, y'all ain't got these down here. You can only get these Jordans in New York City. Nah, Lil E with the waves. Y'all can't get these Jordans down here. You can only get these Jordans in New York City. And we used to be like, damn, we looking through the East Bay magazines. We trying to figure out how to get these Jordans. But what we didn't know, see, and that's what I say, we never took nothing from New York. But what we didn't know is that you New Yorkers was going down to Canal Street. yeah. And the Vietnamese people, they was making fake Jordans a long time ago. The Vietnamese and Chinese people, they've been making Jordans way before we even knew that fake Jordans existed. So again, we're not taking nothing from New York. But now we know with the social media, with the technology, we know all them Jordans y'all was coming down to Virginia with was fake Jordans that y'all was getting for $20 on Canal Street. Ain't nothing bitter. This is the truth, homie. Why would I sound bitter? I'm telling the truth. You know that y'all was going to Canal Street. You know that. Tell me you don't remember going to Canal Street and getting fake Jordans, my G. SD. Ain't nothing bitter about it, Maliki. Little Maliki, nothing bitter about it. I'm telling the truth. Yeah, when we was kids, we was looking like, damn, how did he get orange and red Jordans? How did he get black and yellow Concords? We never seen these Concords before. I was one of the ones that had the J's. My mama where did he get these yellow and green 11s at? We ain't never seen them. Y'all ain't see them. They ain't got them in the East Bay. Why we can't find them in the East Bay? Y'all been robbing. Y'all been coming down to Virginia with the fake Gucci glasses and the fake Gucci belts and the fake Versace belts and the fake Versace glasses from Canal Street for a long time now. Y'all been getting on the China bus, coming down to Virginia, riding the China bus with all the fake Gucci and all the fake Versace. It's only a problem because I'm talking about it. It's only a problem because I'm exposing and I'm telling the secrets of New York City. Yeah, Queens. I think that was in Queens, that mall you talking about. Then I'm talking about 5-carat gold. It wasn't even 10 carat. It wasn't even 10K. The gold was 5-carat. They will make you a whole mouthful of gold grills for $25. And then y'all to get on the TV, come down to Virginia with these big ass fronts in your mouth, trying to make us, come on, man. So y'all got to stop acting like y'all you got to stop acting like that. You got to stop acting like y'all was doing this and doing, no, the secrets. We didn't know the secrets yet. We thought it was real gold, man. It was 5K karat gold that you had in your goddamn mouth and your whole gums was turning green. Hey, hey. Hey, look. I'm the dude from Virginia that always questions y'all. I'm the dude from Virginia that anytime I had an encounter with a New Yorker, you know, we'd end up getting in the fight or something would happen because I'm the one that's saying, I don't believe you. You need more people. I don't believe you. You need more people. And that's why dudes like Lil Zippy with the drippy feel away. They feel away about Grown Man Business TV because I don't believe you. You need more people, homie. I don't believe you. I always was the one. And see again, salute the VA for hustlers. Look, when you speak in facts, the New Yorkers get mad about that. It gets under their skin so bad when you get to talking and speaking facts that they'll say instantly, "Oh, he's a hater, man. He's hating on us. He's bitter about New York." Why would I be bitter about New York? I've been living around beautiful trees. I've been getting money in my city. We've been doing this for a long time. Nobody from Virginia is dying to run up north and live in a project building or a brownstone with trash all outside of it. Y'all grow up and y'all make y'all way down south. Y'all come right where we at. It never fails. Gave y'all a quick hour of power. I'm gonna ride out with y'all for a few more minutes. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know that ain't. What's your name? Small. Listen, SDE. I'm gonna just call you SDE. Come on, baby. You know that ain't. You know that's false. You just saying anything now. You sound like the bitter one. You know for a fact y'all was coming down. Y'all girlfriends was seeing them country boys moving and shaking. Let me give you some game. North Virginia, right? We got the biggest naval base in the world. Norfolk, Virginia has the biggest naval base in the world. Not in the country, not in the city, in the whole wide world. And a lot of guys from New York, when they go into the military, they come down to Norfolk, Virginia because we have the biggest naval base in the world. And it's actually the other way around. You New York dudes come down and you go out for 6 months on that boat. And while you're gone for 6 months on that boat, Jody is busting your wife down. So you just talking now, which is okay. I like the fact that I know I done got under your skin with the facts, SDE. And Malik K. I like the fact, it make me happy. It make me feel good to know that when I talk, you New York niggas is listening and you know I'm talking facts, so it hurts you. And you get in the comments and you get to just saying anything. You know what time it is. Nigga, you must have got your wife taken. Come on, man. Come on, yo. Yo, a lot of the chicks in VA was lining them New York niggas up. They would straight set y'all up. Again, that's why y'all didn't stay in Virginia long. Y'all tried to come down and y'all made y'all way to DC. Y'all came down and y'all went straight to DC. Because even our females knew exactly what was going on. Even our females was looking like, what? Line you up. All right, now salute, Malik. I rock with you. You know, it's respectfully, baby. But you got to understand, I'm not Little Zippy with the drippy. I'm not one of these YouTube content creating characters. When I get up here, you can't make this up. I didn't write, this ain't scripted. You understand? When I come to y'all, I'm just gonna bring it. I'm just bringing what it is. I'm just bringing what it is. I can't make this up. I can't make up this. This is not made up. But I always knew, even as a youngster, when you get to you listening to a New Yorker, he like, yeah, man, it's cool down here, but this ain't New York. It's cool down here, Lil E, man, but this ain't New York, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no subways down here. Nah, I always used to just be like, nigga, we don't need subways. We buy cars down here. Look, we not in New York, homie. We buy cars down here. We buy houses. We don't live in project tenement buildings. We don't use the subway. We don't ride the bus. Where I'm from, nigga, if you riding the bus, you are a bozo. So I understand what it is. And I understand when I deliver this to you, what it's gonna make you feel like, how you gonna react to it. And that's why I give it to you like this. It's all respectfully. That's why I say too, when I do go back to Brooklyn, I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna go live because I get a lot of love in New York City. To be honest with you, a lot of New Yorkers, they rock with me because they know I'm telling the truth. And they think it's funny because they ain't never heard nobody give up the game like this. And they respect me as a real one. They like, yo, that nigga's real, son. He ain't lying, son. No, listen, SDE, respectfully, man, I rock with you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. You in the chat, you active. You feel me? This is why the conversation is what it is as well. Because if I'm having this conversation with you, a New Yorker, it's gonna get a little tense. It's gonna get a little like it is, but that's okay. That's why the channel was called Grown Man Business TV, because grown men can have dialogue. We can rub each other the wrong way a little bit. We can have dialogue and we can agree to disagree, or we can agree. And then we could laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? I respect you. I respect you speaking up for New York City. And you gotta respect me for standing on 10 toes and standing on business when it comes to Virginia. That's why my New Yorker homies don't look at me. When I shout out Brooklyn and East New York, this is not a game. I'm really talking to some real niggas that's out there, because they always know, like, oh, that's just, you know, E like that. Don't mind him, man. That the E gonna talk his shit. He from Virginia, and they love me for that. I'm not one of the country boys that's like, oh, I don't want to be from New York. I don't want to dress like I'm from New York. I don't want to live in New York, but I respect New York. I love New York. I love the griminess of it. I could never live there, but I like to visit. I like to get on the train and feel the city, and then I like to get up out of there. I need clear air. I can't breathe muffler air every day. The muffler air is cloudy and shit out there. Bro, you know why millionaires take the train up there? Because the government and y'all local, let me get real with you, Malik. The reason why millionaires take the train in New York City is because y'all local government is taking y'all hard-earned tax-paying dollars and they not fixing the streets. They not fixing the potholes. They not fixing that dirty ass street that y'all. So it's no reason. It's actually a waste of money to buy a nice car and drive it all around New York City. The car be, in a year, the car will be worth nothing. Because y'all local government takes y'all tax-paying money and they buy yachts with it. Oh, see, down south where I'm from, we pay taxes to fix the roads. Oh, you see Lamborghini, you see all type of different cars around because our roads get fixed with our tax money. So when you say that millionaires take the train, I agree with you. A millionaire is going to figure out very quickly, hey, it's not really worth it to buy a lot of cars in New York City. It's not just New York City, it's Philadelphia too. I spent a lot of time in Philadelphia. Philadelphia got a football team, a hockey team, a basketball team. Yo, Philadelphia got like mad sports teams, but I never seen like luxury cars riding around. Every now and then you see like a Maybach. You might see something like a Porsche every now and then. But with all those athletes, you should be seeing Lamborghinis. You know what I'm saying? You should be seeing like the $500,000 Rolls Royces. A millionaire in New York City has these cars, but he has them at a property that's down south. No, that's not. Listen. A millionaire in New York City most likely has property down south. So down south is where he has the $500,000 cars. Down south is where he has the luxury at. And let me give y'all some game too. Let me give y'all some game. It's more expensive to live in California than it is to live in New York City. It's more expensive to live in San Francisco, all those. It's a lot of areas that's more expensive than New York City. Is it cheaper to live down south? Most definitely. Most definitely. People down south not going to let the local government rape them for a 1-bedroom apartment, a studio apartment for $3,500 a month. That's y'all New Yorkers. Down south, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying to you, man. Down south, it would be a riot. And I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about white people will go into a riot if they was making us pay $3,500 for a studio apartment. Nah, do your research, homie. It's way more expensive to live in California. It's way more expensive to live in San Francisco. New York is at the top of the list though. And that's not let me give y'all some more game, yo. Let me give y'all some more game. That's not something to be proud of, homie. That's not something to be proud of because it's more expensive. That just means that the government is raping y'all on a whole nother level. And I need to be careful about saying that word because it gets choppy. But the government is all wording y'all on a whole nother level. It's not cute. It's not cute. It's not a fly. It's not fly. Okay, well, let me say this. It teeter-totters, man. If New York is more expensive than LA, it's not by much, homie. It's not by much. I know in Slauson, where Nipsey Hussle was from, them little ass houses are worth like a couple of $1 million on Slauson in the middle of the hood. Them little ass houses that Nipsey Hussle grew up in is worth $1.2, $1.4 million. So all I'm saying is, if New York is more expensive than Cali, it's not by much. They basically the same, and especially in San Francisco, it is bad out there. Do the research. But that ain't nothing to be proud of. Again, that's another reason why you New Yorkers run down south. That it's not because y'all hustling so hard. It's not because y'all coming down and y'all setting up shop. Y'all are begging, please let us come down. They charging us $3,500 for a studio apartment. Can we please? That's why y'all coming down south, because the local government is taking full advantage of y'all. And they don't even fix y'all streets up so y'all can drive nice. New York, what energy? Let me be 100. Let me give y'all some real game. This is just game I'm giving y'all. It's a reason why the C word, the COVID, it's a reason why that started out of New York. New York City is a testing ground. New York City is the place where they're going to 9/11. It's a reason why all of these catastrophic events happen in New York City and then spreads out to the rest of the United States of America. Yeah. 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 They come down south. Look, the big house is in Florida. What you just say, homie? The rich ones come down to yeah. You right. When you get money, we when we get money, we come down to Florida. When we get money, we come down to Florida. Hey, when we get money, we come down to Florida. So you right about that, because that's exactly where I'm at right now. Hold on. See that? See that? When you get money, we come down to Florida. So you right about that. You right about that. When the money is being made, we come to Florida. And then, but see me, I don't want no more winter times in my life. You understand what I'm saying? So I didn't come to Florida and then go back to New York. Nah, or I don't go back up north unless I want to go back up north. Feel me? So he won't lying when he said that. Nah, after the snow melts listen, one thing about New York, right? The snow come, it don't even be white snow. That shit be dirty. The snow be dirty. You see how we do it? We come to Florida. Gangsters don't die, we get rich and then we move to Miami. Gangsters don't die, we get rich and we move to Miami. Somebody tell Lil Zippy with the drippy that. When the snow melts, I'm from Virginia, homie. You see that? 757, Norfolk, Virginia. Respect. Big respect. Hold on. Respect. Hold on. Yeah. Gangsters don't die, we get rich and we move to Miami. Yeah. That's always been the thing. After the snow dries up in New York City, after the snow goes away, they put all that salt on the ground to help the snow. Now y'all got way more potholes. The government, the local government, they don't respect y'all enough to fix the potholes in the street because, listen, they gonna make y'all ride the subway. They gonna tax y'all any which way that they could do it. So you gonna pay taxes, high taxes in New York City, and the streets is trash. So now you gonna ride the subway and you gonna pay for that subway card. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, he straight from Norfolk. Yeah, Keyshawn. That's my little listen, that's my young boy. Sound like my Philly homies. That's my young boy. He know, listen. He know about Grown Man Business TV. And he definitely gonna be a champ because he came up under a legendary boxer named Sweet Pea Whitaker. R.I.P. to Sweet Pea Whitaker. Fresh out of Norfolk, Virginia. Young's Park, Park Place, Huntersville. Sweet Pea Whitaker trained Keyshawn. When you understand? Floyd Mayweather. When they asked Floyd Mayweather who is his top 5 boxers, Sweet Pea Whitaker was like number 2. Sweet Pea Whitaker fought Floyd Mayweather's daddy at the Norfolk Scope. Yeah, Diggs Park, Tidewater Park. Yeah, now we talking. I'm going to talk about my area the same way a New Yorker talk about Brooklyn or Harlem. We always respected that, but you going to respect this. Diggs Park, Oakleaf Park, Park Place, Young's Park. Yeah, Norview, Tidewater Drive, Berkeley, Finner Street, Fort Worth, Ashland, Merrimack, Titustown. What we talking about, man? What we talking about? Yeah. Yeah, Purnell. He passed away recently. You know, R.I.P. to that man, a legendary boxer. Keyshawn was trained. He was trained by Sweet Pete Whitaker. Google Sweet Pete Whitaker. Floyd Mayweather watched Sweet Pete Whitaker beat his daddy up. You understand? So when they say, you know, and again, this is why I always say I don't want no New Yorkers to take, and the real New Yorkers, they don't take offense to what I'm saying. They just understand where, because New Yorkers talk with the same passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to respect that. New Yorkers talk about New York with the same passion I talk about VA in. That's why, you know, I be like, yo, ain't no reason to get mad at me or to call me no hater or to think I'm talking like this or talking like that. Nah, I talk about my area. I talk about my city with the same passion, the same vengeance. You understand me? That y'all talk about y'all city. It's just a lot of New Yorkers ain't used to somebody else with that same passion. They not used to that. They not used to that. They used to these country boys saying, "Oh, New York, man, New York, New York, I rock with y'all. Much love." That's why, you know, homie say, "Yo, make sure you go live." I'm gonna go live. I probably posted my community when I get off. I was just in New York City like 2 weeks ago. Times Square was in Brooklyn. The nice restaurant, rooftop restaurant. I had a good time. You feel me? Exactly. I'm supposed to. So don't ever, you know, when they be like, oh, he's bitter or he's hating it. I don't understand where that comes from. Yeah, man. Sweet Pea. Legendary boxer. I said this in one of my shorts. The Tidewater area creates legends, bro. My area, bro, listen, in a small, you know, radius of my area, bro, we create legends. When they say it's something in the water, I'm gonna give y'all some game, man. I rock with y'all. I'm still on. I ain't even tripping. I said I was gonna do an hour, but I'm still here. The reason why Pharrell Williams came up with the name Something in the Water is because it's so much talent, it's so much legends, it's so many hustlers and money getters that come out of this small area. That when New Yorkers or people from other cities and states will come to our area, they would always say, man, it's something in the water out here. It must be something in the water out here, because how do you got a Timberland, a Pharrell Williams, a Missy Elliott, a Sweet Pete Whitaker, a Lawrence Taylor, a Joe Smith? You understand what I'm saying? Dr. J, when he played in the Negro League, he played for the Norfolk Squares. Do you understand that? Before Dr. J, before the NBA brought out the Negro League basketball, Dr. J, the legendary Dr. J, played for the Norfolk Squares. You understand what I'm saying? So when people from New York, when Jay-Z and them boys used to come down to Virginia, they would always say, man, it's something in the water out here. These niggas ain't regular. These boys ain't regular. It's something in the water out here. And Pharrell Williams, being a real Virginia native, he just took that and he monetized that and he took it to the next level. But they always said that it's something in the water. This is not Kentucky, homie. This is not Idaho. We don't grow potatoes out here. This is Norfolk, Virginia. 757 is something in the water, homie. Yeah. And I'm going to stand on that. And they going to respect this shit. This going to get respect. No, listen, no disrespect will be tolerated, man. We standing on business. And any of these bloggers, any of these YouTubers that keep my name in their mouth, tell them to walk around their house, homie. Yeah, Tappahannock. Tappahannock, Petersburg for Trey Songz. Tell Lil Zippy to walk around his house, homie. Any of these bloggers. Yeah. These niggas be talking about grown man business because it is what it is and it'll be what it's gonna be. But don't get the hating on me, cuz. Don't get the hating on me. Don't get mad at me because I'm passionate about my shit, homie. Don't get mad at me because the same way you stand on Queens and you stand on Brooklyn, I stand on Norfolk, Virginia, and I stand on Vi Beach. Don't be mad at me, man. Respect it. You either gonna respect it or you gonna check it. And ain't no way you can check me, Lil Zippy. Ain't no way you can check me, homie. You ain't big enough. Every time I see you, them shirts is getting smaller and dingier and looser. Every live